Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. You may also want to check out my mini course, Telepathically Connect with Your Specific Person. So if you guys are interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to touch on something that is not talked about very much in the manifesting community, or at least I don't think it's being talked about very much. However, I do think it applies to a big number of people who are manifesting their specific person. And that has to do with whether you are unconsciously sabotaging your own manifestation with your specific person, whether you're quote-unquote blocking them from coming into your life or back into your life or whatever the situation might be. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So obviously, if you've been manifesting a specific person for any amount of time, if you've been in the manifesting community for any amount of time, I'm sure you have heard all the basic things about how you want to be dominantly in the wishful field, about how you want to not pay attention to the old story, let it go, build your new story, imagine your new story, live in that end as consistently as possible, and cultivating that feeling within you of being that new version of yourself who has what they want, who is in that relationship with their specific person, who is loved, chosen, wanted, prioritized, committed to by their specific person, and so on. So obviously, these things stand, these things are true, you should be doing these things if you're manifesting a specific person. However, through observing and through talking to coaching clients, I often get the impression that a lot of people are actually unconsciously blocking, quote-unquote, their own manifestation. They are unconsciously sabotaging their own manifestation. A lot of people, while they may think and actually believe that they are ready for their SP to come in or for their SP to come back into their life or whatever the scenario might be that you're manifesting, they also hold this unconscious fear, this unconscious hesitancy, if you will. They're putting this sort of unconscious block on their manifestation because there is a part of them that is actually rejecting the manifestation. There's a part of them that actually doesn't want the manifestation to happen. Believe it or not, as weird as that sounds, as unbelievable as that sounds, if you look deep enough, if you are honest enough with yourself, you might actually recognize yourself in that category. So what I'm saying is that while a big part of you, probably most of you, actually wants your specific person, wants to be back together with them, wants the relationship, wants the commitment, wants this and that and all the lovely, beautiful things with their specific person, there might be a small, or in some cases maybe a not so small part of yourself who is actually rejecting that, who is actually unconsciously putting a stop to all of this from coming in. This usually has to do with our own fears, it usually has to do with our own insecurities, and it usually has to do with us still being triggered by the old story, still being traumatized, if you will, by the old story or whatever might be that happened in the past. That is, if you have a past with your SP, which some people don't, but many, many people do. And this is usually the part of ourselves that has not yet properly left that old story behind, has not yet properly let go of that old story, has not yet properly embodied that new version of ourselves. And so that part of ourselves is actually scared of our manifestation coming in. It's scared of what might happen if you succeed in your manifestation, if your SP does come in. For example, you might be afraid of the change that might come into your life if your SP now comes in or comes back in. Or you might be scared that the old story is going to repeat itself again. That is a very, very common fear a lot of people have, especially people who have a background with their SP, people who have a backstory. That is a very common thing that people fear about their manifestation showing up in the 3D. Or it might even be a fear that if your manifestation pans out and if it comes in just as you want it, that you might not be good enough to succeed in it. For example, if you're manifesting a relationship with your specific person and your specific person comes in and offers you that relationship, You might have an unconscious hidden fear that if that relationship pans out, I won't be able to be good enough for that relationship. I won't be able to keep it. I won't be able to be successful in that relationship. And so my SP might go. So there's many possible scenarios, but it's actually not so uncommon for people to be standing in the way of their own manifestation, to be unconsciously blocking it from coming in because they have certain fears, they have certain doubts, they have certain insecurities, they have certain fears of how their 3D might change, how their life might change, or even how they might be able to show up in that relationship that they so much desire that they've been manifesting. And so all these things might actually be stopping your SP manifestation from coming in for the simple reason that you're not truly and fully open to it. You're not truly and fully receptive to actually allowing your SP to come in as the version that you want. And that starts by you not fully embodying the version of yourself who is truly open to that, who is truly receptive to that, and who is truly that version who now has what they want and who is now living that experience that you're manifesting with your person. I know this goes a little deeper. I know this is not something that you can resolve in one video. However, if you are feeling like you're doing everything right, but you're still wondering why your manifestation with your SP is not coming, it could be some sort of an unconscious block or a combination of you self-sabotaging, even unconsciously. The good news though is that if we're honest with ourselves, if we have basic awareness, which most people doing conscious manifesting do have that basic awareness, you will be able to spot your fears, you will be able to spot these insecurities, you will be able to spot these things that might be stopping you and these things that might be sabotaging your manifestation from coming in, and then you will be able to work on them, you will be able to tackle them, and you will be able to construct a version of yourself who is actually truly and genuinely open to that SP manifestation coming in. At the end of the day, it's a matter of letting go of that old self of yours, letting go of the old story with your specific person, if there's an old story that's still haunting you, that is still triggering you. It's a matter of understanding and realizing that you are building a new reality. And when we say new reality, we truly, literally mean a new reality. That old version is in the past and it can stay in the past. It doesn't have to define your present and it doesn't have to define your future. Or if it's a matter of self-concept, if it's something about your own worthiness, if it's something about how you feel or how you expect to feel in that relationship or how you expect to perform within that relationship, then that is also something that you will need to address. So it's all a matter of awareness. It's all a matter of becoming aware of who you are being within, being honest and genuine with yourself. And if you find any weak spots, just work on them. Don't fear them, just address them. Work on them, because that is going to allow you to be that open version, that receptive version of yourself that is no longer going to be afraid of your manifestation coming in, that is no longer going to sabotage it from coming in, and you will be able to manifest that beautiful relationship with your specific person that you so much desire. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.